I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
From Yokohama, Japan, this is Eric Jones. Welcome to EJ's Voicecast, my journey to becoming a professional voiceover artist. I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you listen to many, many more. Thank you. Hey, I've been cautious about getting super excited over my postings. So on the Discord channel I joined, I auditioned for a role, well, a bunch of roles actually, on Casting Call. These are unpaid roles, and one of them has, well, several have, but this one in particular has reached its final date to have all submissions in. So now the director is going through the selection process, and Casting Club is where I audition for the, basically they're like fan favorites, mock-ups of, popular anime and whatnot that people are doing their own version of. This one is with IDW, which is a publishing firm for comics. And I got some pretty good information back. The person who's owning it, I guess the director, put out email saying that, thank you, submissions now are done. I'm reviewing everything. So sometime in January, I'm going to start selecting folks. So he did say, if you wanted any feedback on your auditions, just, drop me a DM and a direct message, and, I'll get back to you on the reviews. So of course I did just that. And I got an answer back, and it was pretty positive, saying I did a good job on one of the roles I selected. The other role I did, said it was kind of flat, not where he wanted it, which is fine. I'm getting the feedback I asked for. So I guess I'm in the running based on his posting for this role. I'm really excited. Hope I get it. Yeah, it's unpaid, but everybody starts somewhere. You don't get paid to audition. You get paid for whatever the, employer can afford. In this case, the pay would be something I can add to my demo reel. That sounds plus to me, because then I can post that in other places. Hopefully they don't mind, and get some recognition. People can say, oh, well, he's done this. I'll get training on how to do actual reads. I'll get experience in that. That's something to look forward to. I also submitted on Voices for a narration role, and I think I've mentioned before I got feedback on that. It seems like maybe I'm selected for a role. Not getting overly excited or ahead of myself here. We shall see. So they're probably going to start posting stuff in January sometime. I know on Voices I can just go in and drop a line that says I'm going to be unavailable from this date to this date. But on Casting Call, there is not. So I just need to, post, hey, I'll, be out here and there on my main page, so that when people see it, they'll know I'm not available during that time. So the next section is store time. Yeah, I built a store and I threw merchandise in there, and I'm waiting on another store to get built. This one store is on WordPress. This is the first one I built. Put some effort behind it. I still need to put more effort behind it so people can find it. I know you've heard me announce that I have a YouTube channel. Technically, I have two. One is for EJ the Explainer, and the other is for traveling around Japan. I call it two-wheel traveling. So the store I posted is called ejs-voice.com, and you spell it EJS-voice.com. You can also find it at the Linktree link that I have in the show notes and posted in the transcript. And one has videos of me riding my motorcycle around Japan, as I've explained. And the other is stuff I do for gaming. Still learning, still rough around the edges. I get some views here and there. It's a lot to learn for me. And I'll got to take time out to do it. And I work full time right now. So we shall see. So like I said, I recently launched the store. There are drink mugs, t-shirts. If there's something you think is a good thing to post on a store that you would buy, let me know. So I need to find out what the hot items are that people really want, and I can post them up there, and hopefully they'll be a better price than other folks. I can also throw my logo on there too. Folks are interested in that, or any other logo or design. So yeah, like I said, the merchandise is pretty straightforward for now. T-shirts, mugs, phone cases, things like that. That kind of leads me into my next segment, which is a third career. So I mentioned before, I spent time in the Navy, like 20 years. And then for the last 24, I spent working IT, civilian side and government side. So right now there are current changes going on, and, I'm just kind of tired. I want to go do something else. IT is fun. If I stayed in IT, I'd be doing something a little different, working with local businesses, small businesses, getting their Wi-Fi and IT chops up to speed and managing that. But kind of finding getting a little tired of it, I guess. So it's probably time to move on. So yeah, that could be semi-retirement for me starting in the next, few months. We'll see. So yeah, kind of lots of turmoil at the office with a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know, just not being as much fun anymore. Plus, a lot of the folks that are currently on the contract that I know are leaving, and your friends leave, and it's like, well, it's not fun anymore because your friends are gone from work, and I got all these new people. I don't want to learn new people. So even it's for the better. There are always worries when entering into a new venture like this. And I would be doing the whole entrepreneurial thing, sort of like my father did. He retired from working at the school board, and he was already working part-time as a locksmith. He learned that trade. I'd sit there when I was in junior high and high school and watch him study all the locksmith details. And it was basically he took local courses, but he did a lot of mail-in stuff, and he started his business. And, he was ready to go. He kind of worked when he wanted, picked the jobs he wanted, and he made a good living at it. Supplemental cash. So that's kind of the road I'm going down, except I'm doing an electronic version of it. So I should get the official news on the contract in, a few weeks. If not, I don't know. They're being very Cajun, hold things close to the vest. And I think they're just trying to hurt folks personally. They're just being mean. That's my personal take on it. Maybe I'll miss the end of the contract bonus if I don't stay all the way to the end of the contract. But, it might save my sanity. And plus, if I left at the end of January, then it's like freedom. I can go snowboarding whenever I want. And speaking of snowboarding, I just dropped my board off at the shop to get it edged and waxed. Really didn't need that much because it wasn't that bad from last season. When I put it away, it still looked pretty good, but it's old wax. So I want to freshen that up, get the edges redone. It's been pretty well protected in the bag for the last several months, almost a year. And I'll be heading for the mountains. So I'm really looking forward to hearing things back on the VO front. I want to jump up and down and shout to the rooftops, but yeah, it hasn't happened yet. So I'm not going to get too far out above my skis and, over the snowboard. So on this trip, I've got a few days. I'm going to take this current laptop, it's my daughter's old laptop, and try and repurpose it so I can do voiceover submissions. And also while filming videos, use it to do editing and drag that with me and see how I can set it up. Because like I said, I'm preparing for this motorcycle trip around Japan, which is probably going to be broken up into two separate trips. And I want to learn how to do this on the road so I can continue. That way I can do voiceover work, in the hotel, because I don't plan to do the whole outdoor camping thing. Yeah, nah, that's not a thing I really want to do. Camping is great, but yeah, I don't feel like doing it while riding a motorcycle. And I just want to get a nice hotel room and crash. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. They have APA hotels here. And I forget what it stands for. It is an acronym, but they're a chain. They're low cost, not super expensive, kind of like business hotels. And the problem is here in Japan, even though a lot of people ride motorcycles, finding parking can be a pain. That's one of the things I need to take care of. But again, back to the VO stuff, which this is all about. Like I said, I'm looking forward, planning, getting my act together. There should be some new courses coming up. Not sure when, early part of the year is what I've been told. One of them is on how to create your characters. I did run across a Google search, and basically it picked like tone, age, I guess you can say attitude of the character. Are they an older person, younger person? Are they angry? They happy? They silly? Those things to put into the character, create those things, and then make the voice match, which makes perfect sense. And I was looking for some sort of system, where you could think about these items and throw them in there and then create your character from it. So that should help me out a lot too, because I want to at least have like 3 or 4 different characters that I can use for various roles that I see pop up, especially on Casting Call. On voices, they're pretty straightforward. You're doing like narration, audio narration, commercials, things like that. So you're mostly taking the direction that's offered in the post. A lot of times there aren't anything in the post to tell you what the motivation is. So I just did one for the Army. It was 4 PSAs, and I just, used my normal voice and did it. So again, thanks for listening. As always, feedback and subscriptions are always welcome. Highly encouraged. The link is at the bottom of the show notes, in case you're looking at those, posted the transcripts. If you have advice or suggestions, please share. Thank you for joining me on EJ's Voicecast. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe we can do anything?